Good morning, everyone. I am Twane Ahorangi Bartlett, and I am a violet ray twin flame from Parakai, New Zealand. I've had an interesting question from someone asking me, why do twin flames doubt the connection? And I just want to speak about that this morning. It'll be a short video, and I felt like I wanted to come outside. We've had rain the last couple of days, so I'll be sharing the birds and my lovely garden with you. The doubt. Okay, so in my previous video I discussed how the platonic connection, the obsession that people have when they meet each other, there's that heavy chemistry, physical attraction, and sometimes a platonic connection is one-sided. In other words, one person will fall in love with the other person without that love being reciprocated. And it is a matter of unrequited love. And with these platonic questions, they can last quite a number of years, sometimes up to 5 years, where the person who actually falls in love and feels this chemistry and attraction would decide that they found their twin flame, they found the one, and they would spend years waiting for this person to actually discover that they love the other person back. With the platonic connections, that is 9 out of 10 times it doesn't happen. It ends up that these two people never get together, and that it would be labeled as the one who got away kind of connection. They might actually might have a short connection, spend some time together in the platonic connection, but it is very intense. It burns out very fast for the one person, and the other person sort of got to find their own way. And it is because of the obsession that, to clarify why this is, what is this person doing in my life, why is it so intense, that most people just draw the obvious conclusion that it's twin flame. It must be right, because twin flame is most probably the sought after connection there is for people who want to find everlasting love, who wants to be in a connection where they are valued and they feel that there's a deep soul meeting of heart and mind and body and soul. And this is what the human beings, I think us as humans, we do pursue that place of belonging, that place where we fit in and that we can call home. And so the platonic connection sort of answers a part of that desire, that human nature to be with somebody. And because it is so intense, we want to label it, we want to put it in a box. So I do find that 95% of the time people would call it twin flame, because that's the hot favorite these days. Why do twin flames doubt the connection then? Because it's twin flame, right? So the difference between twin flame and platonic connection is, platonic connection is attraction of a soulmate. The purpose of a platonic connection is to also bring in healing for the person who falls in love and who feels chemistry and who wants to be with a person who's not interested. So they are forced to heal themselves so that they can actually, for whatever reason that they had expectations, come to terms with that, so that they don't have any expectations anymore. Twin flame is a spiritual connection. So when twin flames meet, there is the recognition, there is the chemistry, but because it's not a platonic connection, that chemistry wears out over time. And with platonic connection, it also wears out of time. But once that platonic chemistry has worn off, the obsessed person would decide to move on and say, oh, well, that person was most probably not for me, it's for the better. I'll find somebody who loves me and who values me and who I can spend my time with. With twin flame, you feel the chemistry, feel the attraction, especially the awakened twin, the chaser, who wants to sort of be with the other person, which is I can see why the plutonic connections confuse it with the twin flame connection, because it's very similar in the initial stages, the crisis stage and the testing stage, where the one twin flame is chasing the other one, because they also, in the old programming, and this is what I want to talk about, is that there's old programming that we have been exposed to from the day we were born. And this brings about that we want to fit the union into the old programming of the old way of relating, and we can't do that because it is a spiritual connection. So what happens is, with a plutonic connection, when that chemistry wears out, the one person decides to go and look for another soulmate. With a twin flame, when that chemistry wears out, that energy is still there, because it is the kind of love where you love that person regardless. You love your twin regardless of whatever they do or whatever they say. It doesn't make sense. You feel like you should have moved on by now. You should have been looking for somebody else to fill in that space where you would share your life with a partner. But somehow it just doesn't happen. And in that place where you have got this desire to be with somebody, but your twin is not in the connection with you at that point in time, because they most probably running, it is then when the spirituality kicks in the surrender stage, when you go off and you develop your own gifts. You find yourself, you find your healing through your spiritual connection with a higher consciousness. And you can actually love your twin. Doesn't matter if they were somebody else. It doesn't matter if they have brought out issues of abandonment, issues of I'm not good enough, he doesn't want to be with me because I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes. You know, all those type of scenarios and programming that was programmed into us. So once you got rid of that, you can actually still see, even if he is with somebody else, it doesn't matter, because the energy that connects you is always there. It's there 24/7. 10 years down the line, you still feel him. That is the difference between the plutonic connection and the twin flame connection. With plutonic connections, people actually do move on after a while, and they do find love, they do find somebody that they can truly share their life with. But with twin flame, it is, even if you do decide to go with somebody else, that other person is always present in the connection. They're always present in your mind and in your heart. And you can feel what they're up to. You can feel if they're having a good day or a bad day. And you doubt that connection because you don't feel the physical chemistry anymore. It wears off after time. So then you start to think, well, what is this? Shouldn't I have by now developed, some feelings for somebody else? Or why is this person still present in my life when there is no point of me still being aware of this person? And that is what twin flame is. That is why we doubt the connection, is because we can't fit it into the usual relationship dynamics of conditional love. Like, I love you, you should be loving me, right? And if you don't love me, I'm going to find somebody else. And that doesn't work anymore. It is, I love you, wow, you don't love me, but I still love you, so what is this? I'm not quite sure, let's put that one on the shelf. So it is a bit, that's sort of like the dynamic that plays out here. And if you've had any questions about why twin flame would doubt the connection, it is breaking down the structure of being in a relationship where we are programmed to belong. We feel like we belong there. We are programmed that when we love somebody, that they should love us back. And if they don't, it is most probably not meant to be. And with twin flamers, regardless of that programming, and that is why we doubt the connection. I hope you understand what I was trying to tell you, and please feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm an avid Facebooker. You can contact me on Heart Solutions on Facebook. You can also contact me on my website, www.heartsolutions.com. You can also contact me on my email, heartsolutionsnz@gmail.com. Thank you for watching my video. Love and light, everyone.